Hi, I'm Margaret Second, and welcome to my session on Feng Shui tips. And today I would like to share with you some tidbits on the 2018 annual flying stars for the year of the Earth Dog. Anyway, some of you probably have not had a chance to register for my seminar, but I would like to really share with you some of, especially 3 areas of your home at this point in this year that you have to kind of be careful of and to be aware of. And these are some of the afflictions that would actually be in this area. So let's take a quick look at it. I'm just going to briefly do a short summary and just the 3 areas of your directions of your house that you have to really be aware of that has right now the 2018 inauspicious energy. So these are some of the afflicted direction. Let's look at the annual flying star chart for the year 2018, and this is the year of the Earth Dog. Anyway, so that's 2018. Hopefully you can see it. Anyway, and let's go with the flying star chart here. That's the Greek chart. So we have the number 9 is in the center at this time. We have the number 8, the 4, and the 6 in the southwest location. This is the west, this is the northwest. Okay, and we have the southeast, east. We have 7 here. We have the number 2 here, and we have the 3 here, and the 5 and 1 here. So this is the northeast sector of your home, and of course this is the north sector, and that would be the south sector of your home. And this is 2018. So this is the flying star chart for the year 2018. Now there are 3 afflicted areas that I would like to just point out to you for this year, and you have to be really aware of. And this is concerning the, let's say, the first one would actually be where the Grand Duke is, or the Tai Sui is for this year. It actually also is in the direction of the northwest one. It's in the northwest one direction, I mean. So the Grand Duke is in the northwest direction at this time. Okay, so this is where the Grand Duke is at this time. So opposite to the Grand Duke, you will actually have the year breaker, or the sweep pole. So it is actually opposite the northwest one. So that would be in the southeast direction. So this will be the year breaker area, or the sweep pole direction at this time. Okay, so the other 2 affliction that I would actually like to draw your attention to is the 5 yellow, which is in the north at this time. So that's the 5 yellow, which is in the north at this time. As well, there's a double whammy in the north section right now, because this is also where the 3 killings is located for this year. So here is also where can you see it? 3 killings is also in the north section. So this and this is in the north section for this year, 2018. Okay, so we have the southeast one where the year breaker is. We have the northwest one where the Grand Duke is. We have the 3 killings and the 5 yellow here in the north sector of your home at this time. So this annual flying star chart applies to every house that you that's out there. Okay, it doesn't matter if your house is facing west, east, south, or whatever, sitting in a direction. Based on this uh, magnetic compass direction, this is where all the energies of the year is located. Where the five yellow energies located is in the north, the illness stars in the west. But I like to draw your attention to this particular three direction: the southeast one direction, the northwest one direction where the Grand Duke is, and the five yellow and the three killings where are located, unfortunately, in the north sector at this time for this year. So this chart applies to all the houses. This is the annual energy of the annual flying star energy for the year of the Earth star. Each house will have their own permanent energy based on the direction and the sitting location. The facing direction, the house, and the sitting location, as well as when it's built. But this is the annual flying star energy for the year. So it applies to all the houses. Doesn't matter if your house was built in 1984 or it was built in period 7 or period 8. This is the flying star chart that applies for this year. Okay, so what happens with the Grand Duke? There's not much you can do but to avoid using that area. Again, no major renovation, no digging, no punching of holes, doing anything that actually will disturb this area. Keep this area quiet as much as possible. Same likewise with the southeast area as well. It might, the year breaker might cause you to spend a lot more, but also activating the wealth area of your house will actually mitigate that spending spree that you might have. As well as on the five yellow and the three killings, this is a double whammy, so I would advise you not to really use that area because it is the north this year is the most unlucky sector of your home this year. So absolutely, there should be no digging, no renovation, no other type of moving of furniture or whatever. Avoid using this area if you have your main door, if there's another access or another entrance door that you might have in the house. And my advice would be actually just use the other door in the meantime. Likewise, if this is activated, if the bad energy is activated, it might cause a lot of other grievances that you might not like to have in your life at this time or at any point in your life. Anyway, so this is just a real quick summary of the energies that we have for this year of the Earth Dog. And again, Southeast 1, Northwest 1, the North sector, please avoid that area as much as possible. In all these three areas, the advice would be to have no renovation at all, especially also if you have a house that's facing south, sitting north, or a house that's facing north, sitting south. Likewise, please, how do you call this? Move all your renovation plans, your major renovation plans to next year. Okay, just postpone the renovations, the plans that you might have of maybe digging or putting a swimming pool or something like that to the next year or another year. Okay, so this is Margaret. Hopefully you have learned a little bit about the afflicted areas for this year. I know some of you have not been able to register for that, and as well that with the registration you will actually also get the calendar guide, which actually is a monthly guide of the good days and bad days, and where you can chart your personal good days, and you can also there's also a list of all the year breaker days and month breaker days wherein it's not as feasible to do major activities, let's say, especially in business planning as well. So anyway, I hope you have learned a little bit about this. And like I said, please avoid the afflicted areas. If you have major renovation plans for this year in this areas of your house, please just postpone them for next year. So this is Margaret again, and please join me again on my other tutorials and my other Feng Shui tips video presentation. So you have a good day and cheers.